Okay, so now we're going to take this product file, and what we want is we don't want to look at this number all the time and have to interpret what that means, you know, like BK is black and small, medium, large. That's okay, and that's the product code, but these are categories, but it would be nice to have them so that you could just read them. So we've got our product tab, and then our categories are here. We've got shorts, vests, bottles and cages, tires and tubes, and colors are all here. Okay, so let's go back to the product tab, and the first thing we want to do is take this apart. Okay, so I'm going to open up a new workbook, blank workbook. I'm going to save it just so I know where I am. I've got so many files here you wouldn't believe it. So save as, and I'm going to put it someplace else. I'm going to put it in here. I'm going to save it as merged queries. Okay, so this is our working file, and we're going to go to data and open up the new one, or open up the other one. So from file, from Excel workbook, and I've got CO202, this one right here. Wait a minute. CO202. Import. And we're going to bring in all the tables. Sorry. Okay, so here it is in Power Query. Oh dear. Make this a little bit smaller. Here it is in Power Query, and it's good. Okay, there's products and there's our numbers, so everything that we had in the other table is here. And let's take a look at the tabs themselves. The first one for categories, you see the column 1 and column 2, and our category name is down here. So we'll go to transform and use the first row as headers. Okay, and in colors, take a look at that. We've got the same issue here, so we'll use the first row as headers. And in products is good. We've got regular names there. Okay, so one of the first things, so this is all cleaned up. I mean, it all makes sense. The data, the way the data is organized is good. Okay, these are strictly lookup tables. They're perfect. So here's products. So what we're going to do though is create a link between these tables. And frankly, I don't understand physically within the software how this works, but if we go to that creates confidence, doesn't it? If we go home here and go to close and load, and it opens up this import data, and all we want to do is create a connection. So it must create it to all the fields. Okay, so we've got a connection here in categories, and then in colors, and also in products. Okay. Okay, so now let's reopen this again, and we can just run the query. Like open up products. Okay, and we still have this number here, so maybe the first thing we should do is take this number apart. So let's go to product number, and it's so easy. I don't know, it was never this easy before. We'll go to transform and split the column by a delimiter. Okay, and at least everything that we need in this column is separated by a hyphen. So we've got 1, 2, 3. That we should have 4 different columns from this. So Power Query has the hyphen there. At each occurrence of the delimiter is correct, and there's our I don't think we've got to worry about special strings or quotes. So, okay. And isn't that nice? So now we've got all of these are separate and separate, fields. So now we can look them up in the tables. We can use the lookup table. So this first one, let's rename everything. This would be product code. And the second one is short product number. And the third one is size. And the last one is color. Okay. So everything's all renamed. And now the most amazing thing in the world, we'll go to home, and we're going to merge the queries. So let's start with categories, so product code, and we're going to match that to categories and category code. I guess it should be category code, huh? And it's a left outer join, and what's nice is they've got good descriptions here. A left outer join is all from the first, matching from the second. Okay, and that's the one that we would want. Okay. So this has given us a new column called categories, and it refers to a table. And if you click, I don't want to do it right now, but if you click on the table, it'll show you what information is coming in there. So the next one we want to do is color. So you can click on color, merge the queries. We want color from here, and we want to connect it to colors and the color code. Okay. So there they are. So this says this is already connected to it, and it's looking it up in a table. Okay, so let's go to categories, and it's got this little button on the side here that lets us bring the data right in here. So I'm going to expand the column, and we want to, let's bring in just, we don't need the category code, so we'll just bring in the product category name. Alright, and in colors, same thing. Hit the expand button, and we don't want the color code, we just want the color. So isn't that something? So now you've got a whole worksheet now that is completely connected, that goes into the lookup categories. And what's really nice is that if any of the data changes in the lookup columns, it's automatically going to be available here. Everything's connected. Okay, so let's close and load this.